viewers, I am Pia and you're watching NewsX. There's some breaking news coming in at the top of this hour. The government of India has issued a statement following US President Donald Trump's decision to impose 25% tariffs on goods imported from India alongside an additional unspecified penalty for buying Russian oil and weapons. India has now stated that it has taken note of Trump's statement and is studying its implications. The government of India, let's put out that statement that the Indian government has put out. We're of course flashing what Trump has stated, but let's also in fact show our viewers what exactly the government of India has also put out. There was a notification issued late last night where the government has specified that India and the US have been engaged in negotiations on concluding a fair, balanced and mutually beneficial bilateral trade agreement over the last few months, and it continues to remain committed to that objective. The statement further asserts that the government attaches utmost importance to protecting and promoting the welfare of our farmers, entrepreneurs and MSMEs. The government will take all necessary steps to secure our national interest, and has been the case with other trade agreements, including the latest comprehensive economic and trade agreement with the UK. I believe it's a fresh statement by the government of India that has been put out there. Of course, if you can zoom into it a little further so that our viewers can gain some more clarity. This is the statement that was put out by the Indian government late last night after Donald Trump had in fact announced 25% tariffs. The Indian government has specified that it has taken note of Trump's statements as well as its implications. The government has stated that India and the US have been engaged in negotiations on concluding a fair, balanced and mutually beneficial bilateral trade agreement over the last few months, and it continues to remain committed to that objective. It further asserts that the government attaches utmost importance to protecting the welfare of our farmers, entrepreneurs and MSMEs. My colleague Anand Singh with us on the broadcast to share more details. Anand, over to you.
Okay, look, the government clearly stated in the evening on Wednesday that it has taken note of the statement by US President Donald Trump on bilateral trade, and it is studying its implications. Whereas the government also maintained that India and the US have engaged in negotiations and concluding a fair, balanced and mutually beneficial bilateral trade agreement over the last few months, and we remain committed to that objective. And it is also worth to mention over here that how several of the government officials and even Commerce Minister Piyush Goyal had made a trip to US in regard to negotiate with the US counterparts, and the government further stated that the government attaches the utmost importance to protecting and promoting the welfare of the farmers, entrepreneurs and MSMEs. So clearly it also said that it will take all steps necessary to secure our national interest, as has been the case with other trade agreements, including the latest comprehensive economic and trade agreement with the UK. So clearly the government has mentioned that it will look further in the national interest part, and it will also try to protect the interest of farmers, entrepreneurs and MSMEs while it is studying the implications of this trade pact that has been announced by US President Donald Trump, mentioning 25% tariff plus penalty, as the US President has made clear in his statement that India has been a big importer of arms from Russia, and it is also importing Russian oil, whereas Russia is having war with Ukraine and is killing several of the innocent people over there. Back to you.